Good afternoon, students. We have discussed about the development of the female gametophyte, and before the fertilization, there is one event takes place into the flowering plants, which is commonly known as the pollination. Because you know that the plants could not move from one place to another, so we have to discuss today the topic pollination. As you have learned from the very beginning that pollination is a process or technique by which there is a transfer of pollen grains from anther and their deposition over stigma of the pistil is known as pollination. In simple terms, you can say the transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma is known as pollination. Depending upon sources of pollen grains, pollination is of three types: autogamy, geitonogamy and genogamy. Autogamy. The transfer of pollen grains is from anther to the stigma of the same flower. Auto means self. If the transfer of pollen grains takes place from anther to the stigma of the same flower, it is known as the autogamy. The example is the pea, rice, wheat, etc. Autogamy means it is also known as the self-pollination. When we will talk about autogamy, it reveals that it is a kind of self-pollination. Geitonogamy. The transfer of pollen grains is from anther of one flower to the stigma of another flower of same plant. Means the transfer of pollen grains takes place, but in the same flower. No, the flower is different, but it is of the same plant. Hence it is known as the geitonogamy. Example is the cucurbita. The next is the genogamy. The transfer of pollen grains is from anther of one flower to stigma of another flower of different plant. Now you see, the transfer of pollen grains takes place from the anther to the stigma of another flower of different plant. It is known as the genogamy. Example, papaya. Now the question is that how the plants it provides. In some cases autogamy, in some flowering plants we see that there is a geitonogamy. The plants have developed the devices which will promote only autogamy or genogamy, etc. How it will be done? Let us discuss. Before going to discuss the autogamy, let us discuss what are the types of flower. There are especially two types of flower. One is known as clistogamous flower, another is known as the chesmogamous flower. The clistogamous flowers are those flowers which is known as the closed flowers. These are bisexual, which never open at all, and the anthers dehisce inside these closed flowers. Example is known as the oxalis. Whereas in the chesmogamous flower are those flowers which is exposed to the nature, which is exposed to the environment, and thus it promotes the genogamy. The devices which promotes the self-pollination, the first one is known as the clistogamous flower. Number two condition is that it should be homogamy. Homogamy is the condition of the maturity of the anther and stigma at the same time. The third condition which promotes self-pollination is that the anther and stigma lies close to each other in such a way that self-pollination is effected. Always the plants, if suppose the anther and stigma it is close, definitely we can say it promotes the self-pollination. Let us see what are the devices for the Genogamy. Devices for genogamy. Self-pollination can be prevented by exhibiting the following characteristic features. First one is known as the unisexuality. Male and female flowers are present on different plants. If suppose male is on one plant and the female flowers, it blooms at the different plant, definitely there is the cross pollination. Another condition is known as the second condition, it is known as the dichogamy, the condition in which the stamen and stigma of a bisexual flower matures at different times. Means the maturity time, if it will be different, naturally, obviously, we can say that it promotes cross-pollination. Third condition is known as the protandry. This is the condition where anthers mature earlier than the stigma and release pollen grains. In this case, pollen grains mature earlier and the stigma, it means receives the receptivity too late. So again, this is the condition which promotes genogamy. Next condition is known as the protogyny. This is the conditions where the stigma mature earlier than the anther. That's why it's known as the protogyny. Another characteristic feature is that some flowering plants, it shows self-sterility or self-incompatibility. It is the genetic mechanism that prevents the self-pollination. The next condition is the chesmogamous flower. These are open flowers with exposed stamens and stigma which facilitate cross-pollination. As I told you that there are two types of flower, one is clistogamous, another is known as a chesmogamous flower. So these flowers always remains open, all the floral parts, it is directly exposed, and thus it always promotes the cross-pollination. My dear students, this flower you can see that it is an example of the chesmogamous flowers, where the all floral parts are exposed and it carries easily the pollination. Here this is known as the clistogamous flower, in which it is the flower but it never opens and always it promotes the self-pollination.